Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. This should be a really fun video. We're shooting some black powder today in paper hulls. These are 20 gauge, obviously. We have everything from 60 cal round balls all the way down to number 4 buck. I believe it's actually 31 cal. We have 30 cal, 29 cal number 1, number 2 buck, and number 4 buck, I believe is what all we have here. And I think one of them is actually a shot load, old school with just gas seal and fiber cushion wad. But yeah guys, these should perform pretty well. We've done this in 12 and 16 gauge so far, and all of those loads worked out great. We're going to shoot these at 30 yards today because, well, none of these are inside plastic shot cups. The range is a little bit limited, but we'll see how these fare. We're using my single shot 20 gauge. It's a CBC with a fixed full choke. It measures 5/8 on the calipers anyway. So yeah, nice full choke. Let's see how these do. Here's the gun we're using. It's once again my CBC, fixed full choke. We're going to shoot these at 30 yards. The shells I have loaded with 60 grains of my homemade black powder. It is the oak from the first batch, so not really great black powder, but it is weighed on the scale 60 grains instead of in the measure, so it's a true 60 grain charge of black powder. Let's see how they do. Alright guys, first up is a 60 cal round ball. We have one apiece. Once again, 60 grains of my black powder in a Shadot paper hull. We have a 70 thou, no excuse me, this is a low profile gas seal, so a plastic wad, it's all I had. And then a 1/4 inch felt wad, the shot cup from a Claybuster wad, and then it's got 32 gauge nitro cards in the shot cup, 2 of them, and then the 60 cal round ball and a roll crimp. Let's see how this does.
A lot of pieces to this puzzle.
I forgot to put a point of aim, but there's a crinkle on the paper I'm going to aim at, so. It hit exactly where I was aiming to. All right. Well, it's an inch to the left of it, but still pretty much right where I was aiming.
Yeah.
Toasty.
Alrighty guys, this is the same exact load he just fired. But as he pointed out, we forgot to put a point of aim, so I also picked a crinkle on the paper. Let's see if I can't hit it. Man, I hate shooting this thing.
You hit it.
I hit 2 inches left of it, but that's okay. It ain't moved. Before it moved, let's walk down here so you can see our crinkles. While we're walking down here, does anybody else have problems shooting these smaller bore with the tapered barrels on them?
Yeah, the barrel looks like it tapers up.
Like 410's notorious for it.
Yeah.
I can't hit nothing with it because it makes it look like I'm looking at a sight picture that's a giant U.
Right. Well, those round balls certainly seem to be very accurate. The crinkle I was aiming at was literally right here. There's my slug.
And if y'all could see that point that stuck out right there by the barrel, that's where I was aiming.
Oh, I thought you were aiming right here.
Oh no, I was aiming right here, but it went 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 inches to the right of it.
That's probably human error.
Yeah, for sure.
Still, they seem pretty accurate. We gotta do more with these.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a fun video.
It is.
All sealed up just fine.
I mean, yeah.
On to some buckshot. Alright guys, on to the buckshot. Now, all of the buckshot is loaded the exact same except for the pellets. There's no buffer in these either. This is 60 grains of my powder, the low profile gas seal. Those are discontinued, by the way. Then we have a 1/2 inch fiber cushion wad, 20 gauge, 15 pellets of number 2 buck, and no buffer. That's all it is. See what this does.
Looks pretty promising.
It looks good to me. All's fine. Let's see how it looks. Well guys, how's that for a swarm? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a double. 11, 12. That's a flyer down there. 13. Looks like I have 13 to 15, barring any more doubles. That's a really good pattern too, and it's right where point of aim is. Nice.
Well, alrighty guys, he just shot 15 pellets of number 2 buck. let's try 10 pellets of number 1 buck. Granted, it's all loaded the same. It's still 60
Grains.
Alrighty, guys, he just shot 15 pellets of number 2 buck. I'm going to try 10 pellets of number 1 buck. Granted, it's still loaded with 60 grains and all the same components. The only thing that changes is 10 pellets, maybe a little less fiber cushion. Let's see what happens here. Oliver cleared the range. Blueies.
Aw, he caught it. I tried to catch it and he caught
Oh,
it.
looks good.
Yeah.
Well, as good as it can.
They're not ripping up.
No.
People were concerned about these ripping up, but they aren't. They look just fine.
Except for that crack on the side. Don't show that.
Oh, never mind. It's got a crack in it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I thought that was just powder residue.
Nope, that's a crack. Oh, well.
Well, now I want to look at these ones. Well, that one didn't crack.
No, mine didn't either. The first one I shot, and the second. Oh, well.
Well, alrighty, guys. It patterned kind of low. That's probably me. But I got one all the way up here that was not low. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one missing there. 7, 8, 9. Oh, and the 10th one's right there above it. Anyways, there's 3 there, and then the rest is basically right here.
There's 9 down there in a foot-long string, and then there's one up high. That's a true flyer.
That's right.
Okay, guys, this next one is 20 pellets of number 4 buck. Everything else is the same. Believe it or not, there's actually a little bit of recoil with this. And look at that, another crack. Seems people were right. These paper shots do crack.
I didn't plan on reloading them anyways.
Nah. Guys, here's one of the low-profile gas seals that I'm using for the black powder, and it seems to be holding up just fine. Josh found in the dirt over there. Yeah, holding up just fine. But as for the pattern, we got 16 of 20. The center right here is pretty tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here I can about cover with my hand. But then we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
17 then, the one up top on the cardboard.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one too. So 17 of 20. Center of it, really good. But we do have a few flyers.
Alrighty, guys, we've got here 8 pellets of 31 cal single aught buck. Still at 30 yards. Let's see what this one does. Oh.
I knew you were going to say that.
Guys, this one did not crack.
That's awesome. I figured that would be the one to do it though. The single aught fit in there kind of tight. I can't see any of the pattern from back here, but I'd imagine it's pretty well.
We've got, at point of aim anyways, I put 2 right there. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now granted, it's kind of blowed out a little bit, but them 3 right there would have got the job done.
Oh, for sure. That's 31 cal. That'll totally do the job.
Anyways, guys, that's all in all not horrible, but not great.
No. All right, guys, this one is 12 pellets of 29 cal number 1 buck. See what it does, and then there's a load of number 6 shot, 1 1/8 ounce load, I think it was. We'll take them both at the same time and you go down there and look at it.
This is where a double would be handy.
Yeah.
You just pulled the other trigger and we went and looked.
That one cracked too.
Yeah, let's see what that 6 does for you.
This is 1 1/8 ounce of chilled number 6 shot, no buffer, soft lead. Just like they would have had way back in the day before Magnum shot was a thing.
Sounded good.
Noticeably more recoil, probably because it was a heavier load. And that one is cracked the worst so far.
That one's split. That ain't cracked.
In fact, there you go. All right, guys, it looks like the 29 cal didn't fare too well. Also, something hit the dirt and splattered mud all over our paper, so it's kind of hard to see. But from what I can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count these?
I don't
7, 8. You get the point. 9 up here. It's a pretty wide pattern. That's the worst one so far, I think. But the number 6 shot, the majority of it is concentrated right here. There's a few that hit low, but it's very sparse. And I don't see any shot holes over here. There is a few over here. So it seems like the number 6 shot would work for like a squirrel load, maybe rabbits. I would use it. Seems to be pretty good. 29 cal, no go. Smells wonderful out here. Well, besides the holes being torn up, I feel like this was pretty successful. Now, there was one or two that didn't pattern too well, but I'm sure you could add buffer or a mylar wrap or both perhaps and tighten that pattern up a lot. But you gotta admit, using black powder with old paper hulls, it brings back a sense of nostalgia, even though obviously I wasn't alive way back then, but still, it's really cool. Would you guys be interested in seeing us do a video with black powder using the Magtech brass hulls? Now, currently, we only have them in 12 and 16 gauge, but they're available in every gauge from 10 to 410. That would be 10, 12, 16, 20, 28, 24, 32 gauge, and 410. But anyway, guys, this was a very fun video to make. We hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.